You're magical. You are powerful. Move toward people, places, things, relationships, experiences in which you are free to be exactly who you are. Real love must be married to wisdom. Wisdom gives form to love. Let wisdom be the skeleton upon which love hangs. The number 11 is about mirroring, and the 1111 would be double mirroring. The day of spiritually recursive mirrors can see for infinity. Dimensional memory loops that will open. You might suddenly know something about a past life, suddenly have this inner knowing about a theme of your soul. And this is a day where consciousness about yourself as an eternal soul can arise, and your Oversoul family will mirror you back to yourself. Okay. Yes, we love all of this conversation, dear ones. We love it very much. And for anyone who has set an intention on the level of the soul to touch or experience enlightenment in this life, it is for you. And we begin by, yes, we are showing the vessel a picture of us with a little medicine dropper in our hands. And the medicine that we drop 1, 2, 3 drops in your mouth at a time, we want to give you a taste of enlightenment. We want to give you a taste of freedom, of bliss, of love, of joy, of centeredness. We want to give you some of this medicine. We want you to taste enlightenment, and we give it to you a little at a time until you're able to acclimate to this medicine, this beautiful, good medicine. And as you acclimate, and as you want more, as you cry out for more, there is more. And eventually, then you can take all of it in, and you can become it. You are it. You are it. You have, your essence is pure, is innocent, is unadulterated. You've been taught a lie. If you were taught that you were born evil, that you were born as a sinner, that you were born broken, this is all mistaken idea. You are perfect. You came into this life in perfection, in innocence, in a God state. You came into this life as an observer of life, unattached to outcomes, unattached to roles. No baby ever thinks, am I a boy or a girl? No baby ever thinks to themselves, what will I be when I grow up? How will I be fed? Who will take care of me? What belief system will I believe? What religion or faith will I be a part of? No baby thinks of these things, because you see, a baby is born in wholeness and completeness, and nothing is needed other than the nourishment of the mother, which is representative of spirit, yes? And spirit has everything you need, has all the nourishment that you need, all the affection, all the attention, all the love. Everything you need is found in spirit. And you are innocent. Nothing need be added to you or taken away from you. You are whole. You are whole. All the rest is lies. All the rest is lies. When you let go of what you think you want, what you think you need, when you let go of what you think you want less of or need less of in your life, when you let go of these attachments, I need this to be happy, I need this person, I need this experience, I need this material thing, I need to experience enlightenment, whatever it is that you think you need in order to be okay, if you can release all of that, you can enter back into your state of wholeness and oneness, your enlightened state. And when you can release what you think you don't want, well, I could be happy if I just didn't have this in my life. If I wasn't having this experience, or this person wasn't in my life, or this person wasn't in leading the government, or whatever you think you need or want less of or more of, these are all the things that keep you from experiencing your divine self, your wholeness. You're okay. Look around you. Meditate. Think for a moment. You're okay in this moment, are you not? You are okay. You're okay. It is only your thoughts that tell you otherwise. Keep coming close. Keep listening for the truth about yourself, the truth about life. This vessel was pondering a story before coming tonight about the beloved Yeshua, the Christ, who met a woman at the well, and he said to her, "Woman, give me something to drink." And he was breaking all the rules, and this was a characteristic of this enlightened man, the Christ, to be a rule breaker. He was the challenger that this vessel spoke of to you. The challenger. He broke the rules by speaking to a woman, and a half-breed at that, and asking for water. And he began a conversation with her, and he said to her, "Go get your husband." And he knew that she didn't have a husband. He knew this very well. He was testing her to see if she would tell the truth about herself. For you see, she had a shameful, for her, in her mind and in the mind of her culture, a shameful past. She had been married 5 times, and the man she was with was not a husband. She was shacked up with a 6th man. And so he said to her, "Go get your husband," to see how she would respond. And she responded with the truth. She said, "Lord, I have no husband." Yes? And so this is part of the purpose of satsang and the purpose of sitting with an enlightened one. Can you tell the truth about yourself? When you can tell yourself the truth, then you have hope for becoming less of what is unwanted and more of your perfected and innocent self. For the truth that you don't want to tell anyone, the secret that you hold close to your heart, the secret you hold in your inner being that you don't share, this secret is full of lies. It's full of lies about you. And it says, well, because this happened to you or you did this, then you're not enough, you're broken, you're not good enough. And so the secret and the shame attached to that secret keeps you from experiencing the enlightened soul that you are and your beauty. So tell the truth about yourself. Tell yourself the truth about yourself and tell it to someone else that can be trusted. Tell it to someone else who won't judge anything that you say to them. And this is a characteristic, to answer your question, dear one, about what is an enlightened being. An enlightened being is never surprised by anything that is said to them. They never judge. Whatever you present to them, they can hold it. They can hold it with love. They can hold you with love. They can hold your truth and the truth of your experience with love and no judgment. And 100% forgiveness. Love covers all things. Love covers a multitude of indiscretions and errors. Love covers it all. Love covers it all with grace and with mercy. And as we have said many times through this vessel, we will say it again tonight, real love must be married to wisdom. Yes? For there are those who love unconditionally, but they don't share wisdom in conjunction with that love. And so people and places and situations trample upon them and trample upon their love, and their love is undervalued. But wisdom is important to accompany this love so that love isn't soft and muddy and without form. Wisdom gives form to love. Let wisdom be the skeleton upon which love hangs. Yes? If you did not have a skeleton, you would be just a pile of skin and hair and organs, and there would be no function to you in the world. Yes? So let wisdom be the skeleton upon which your love hangs. And there are those who have knowledge and they have insight, discernment, and true discernment and wisdom, but they lack love, and so they only wound. They only wound with the truth that they share. So love and wisdom is the important marriage that need happen for each and all of you in you. And what we would say is, as you're on your spiritual path, as you're coming into your own remembrance of your wholeness and your perfect enlightened innocence, one of the ways you find that is by coming into this Buddha field, Judah field, Christ field, coming into the field of those who live in this perfected enlightened state, and this rubs off on you. Yes, your parents taught you this, and rightly so. You become the people you hang out with. Isn't that the truth? Yes, birds of a feather flock together. And so if you want something different in your life, if you want to uncover your truth, if you want to sift and sort through your experiences of life and then find your most perfected and enlightened, expanded self, then get around people who are doing the same and having some success at it. Yes? And then this will rub off on you, and you'll begin to understand some things. When this vessel first came to be with her partner here, he was and still is very much a guru in her experience. And there were many things that he said to her, truth-telling with love, that she could not even understand or fathom. And they provoked her ego, and they provoked her belief system, and they provoked discomfort. Yes, but she had an inner prompting to stay and not to go, and to endure the dismantling of the ego, which is not her. And your ego is not your ego, it is the ego. It is things you have taken on. It's ways that you've adapted in order to survive and thrive and so on, but it's not who you really are. For example, there's someone here who was a very talkative child, loved to chatter and be happy and giggly and fun and loud and excessive even in the minds of some. And so this precious one, you were told over and over, with looks, with glances, with words, not in these exact words, but you were told that you were too much and that you needed to dial down who and what you were and how you operated in the world. And so over time you became more and more quiet, less and less resilient, and you denied more and more of who and what you were in order to fit in order to be loved, in order to be approved of. Because what child wants to be rejected? No child wants to be rejected. And so each of you have, in your own way, adjusted who and what you are in order to be loved, in order to be accepted, to fit in, to belong. And now is the time that you flip, as this vessel said, flip that triangle, become the creator of your own experience, and bring back into your experience the parts of yourself that you gave up and abandoned in order to be okay in this life. You see, what are we here about? Why are we sharing? Why is this vessel doing this? She could do many things in this life, many things that would bring her joy and require a lot less effort and probably even bring more financial reward. So why is she doing this, and why are we speaking through her? Because she longs and we long for you to be free. Free to be who and what you are, and be unequivocally loved and accepted in that of your being, who and what you are. We don't want you to adjust anything about the true you to please us or anyone else. We want you to fight for your freedom, yes? We want you to move towards people, places, things, relationships, experiences, work experiences in which you are free to be exactly who you are and to express yourself as a sovereign being. And this is why our energy, we present as a lion. This is our energy. Our energy is that of courage and sovereignty. Yes, the lion is many times called king of the jungle. Yes? This is not about dominating. It is about operating from power. And so the first process that comes to you as you're moving into your enlightened experience is to take back your power from the people, places, things, ideas that you've given it to, and discover. And some of you don't even know who you are. And we want to say to you, don't feel bad about that. There are people who get all the way to their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and they have never had the opportunity to be free. They've never had the circumstance or supportive environment in which they could learn and discover what they liked, what they didn't like. Yes? This vessel was always a spiritual teacher from the time she was very, very young, but she grew up in a religious tradition in which women were not allowed to speak in a public manner, and they were never allowed to instruct men in particular. And this was, we would say, unfortunate for those who were part of her life. And so she has created her own platform in which she can be herself without compromising for herself, what she feels to be true for her, for anyone else. You can do the same. You can do the same. You are sovereign in your own right. You are your infinite creator being. Move towards freedom. Move towards freedom. Take back your power. These very small changes that you can make to take back your power. When this vessel was married many years ago to her first husband, very small acts of taking back her power. There was only one family-approved news station in the house, just one. And to listen to the other would be considered traitorous or a grave error of judgment. And so a small act of freedom for her was to listen to the other news station on the way to work every day. And even this small act began to change some things about her perspective. Yes? So if you know everything you want to know, good. But if you've come to this point in your life and some things aren't adding up for you or working for you, you must know that all that you know has brought you to this point. And so if you want to be and experience life in a different way, you must know something that you don't know yet. And so there is a juncture in which you must say, I don't know. And if you can have the humility to say, I don't know. I thought I knew, but I don't know. Then you can begin to learn or know something new that can take you into a new experience. But this requires humility, as was said before, to sift and sort through all that you've encountered thus far. Be willing to throw out some things. Yes? And this can be a struggle for some time. This vessel, she needed to throw out so much of the religiosity, and she feared that she was throwing out her beloved Christ with all of that. And it took time then for her to be able to experience the man and the soul of Christ as he really was and is. For much of the way she related to him was not, in her past, was not relating to the real him. She was relating to a mental construct of what people said this man Christ was like. And so in truth, now she gets the great privilege of meeting him face to face with intimate contact, to know him as he really is, not as she was told he was to be. Yes? And so the process of satsang is coming close to the one you want to know. This is the difference between writing letters to a lover across the ocean and finally seeing them step off the airplane and into your embrace. We don't want to talk at you. We want you to experience. Have your own experience of divinity. When you're visited by an angel, when you channel Judah for the first time and hear their words flow out of your mouth, when you astral travel, when you remote view, when you work some magic, when you lay your hand on a friend and they are suddenly healed of a disease, when you send negative entities to flight, when you do these things for yourself, no one will ever take that experience away from you, because you will know that you know that you know that you know your own truth. Yes? Good. Good. Good, good, good. Ask Judah event if you have a question for Judah, or you want some healing and maybe you're not in a position to afford a personal session right now. You can show up for that event. We have an hour where I take questions. I can't get everybody in, but I'll get as many people in as I can. You can ask Judah a question directly. And in the second hour, we do a group healing. They are very powerful and transformative, and we would love to see you there. Okay, much love to all of you. Seats are limited to 100 participants. Learn more and register by following the link in description, scanning the QR code, or by going to www.thejudahchannel.com/events. Reserve your spot today. I wanted to share a little bit about 11/11, which is around the corner, November 11th. And it's a special day, a sacred day. We know the 11/11, the 4 ones are a sacred number. And my granddaughter, SELAH, is turning 11 on 11/11 this year.
Oh, yay.
And there's a lot of layers of meaning and prophecy in it. The name SELAH actually means pause. It's a scriptural word from the Psalms, and it was a musical word. So they would be in the middle of a jam session, and then there would be like this sacred pause. And they would say, SELAH, right? SELAH. That was the sacred pause. And so 11/11 this year is special for her. It's her golden birthday, because never again in her lifetime will she be 11 on 11/11. So, but it's a sacred day for all of us, and she's a prophetic ensign about this day. So 11/11 is, first of all, the number 11 is about mirroring, and then the 11/11 would be double mirroring. So this is going to be a day of spiritually like recursive mirrors. Have you ever stood in one mirror with one behind you? And it's like you can see for infinity. Right? There's just endless reflection of yourself in the mirror in front and behind. So it's going to be a hall of mirrors day, a double mirroring day. And this is a day where consciousness, an eternal soul consciousness about yourself as an eternal soul, can arise through reflecting on yourself, and reflecting on the nature of your life, and reflecting on your soul purpose, reflecting your experience. So 11/11 is a day that you want to set aside for quiet, as much as you can, clear your day, and reflection in your inner being. And there'll be dimensional memory loops that will open. You might suddenly know something about a past life, or suddenly have this inner knowing about a theme of your soul. Did you know that every soul has themes? One of mine is belonging. Yeah, that's one of the themes of my soul. For some people, it's maybe justice, or it's fighting for the underdog. I mean, it's different for each one of us, but we each have soul themes that carry on from incarnation to incarnation. So it will be a day for pausing, SELAH, reflecting, allowing the mirror to clear, seeing, understanding things about yourself maybe that you haven't wanted to look at or that have been distorted. And your Oversoul family will mirror you back to yourself. What is your Oversoul family? It's the family of souls which you tend to travel through time with. Judah is my Oversoul family, the collection of these 350,000 angelic souls. They are a family. They operate together in total unity, in perfect unity. Like, have you ever noticed like a school of fish? Have you ever noticed how they somehow can turn on a dime, but they never bump into each other? Isn't that a wonder how they all move like one entity, even though there might be thousands of them, and they never get in each other's space. They just flow together. So this is how Judah, my Oversoul family, is. These 350,000 souls, they operate together as one body in total harmony and unity. And it's likely that your Oversoul family does as well. Some people, I have met occasionally people that are a part of the Judah collective, their soul. But in yours, you can get to know them as you come close in the work we do here. That's one of the things I love to help people do, is to meet their Oversoul family in a more conscious way. Know the name, have a conscious, clear introduction to their Oversoul family, and begin to communicate and live in communion and love with them, just like I do with Judah. So 11/11 will be a day that you can look into your Oversoul, the eyes or the mirror of your Oversoul family, and know more about them and about yourself, how you fit in with them, what the purpose is. You know, when you hang around the Judah channel or like Bashar or these other entities, you learn that they have agendas, right? And I mean that in the best sort of way. There are things that they want to accomplish in the human family and with humankind, and they have unique flavors. They have themes, right? And so we learn things through our association with them. So 11/11 is not a day that you're going to want to be making out your Santa list for God and telling God what you want God to do for you, or doing your manifestation tricks. 11/11 is not that day. It's not a day of like a portal to some other realm where we're pulling in goodies. It's not about that. It's about reflection and mirroring. The word SELAH in Scripture also means to lift up, right? So in the pause, there's a lift that happens. And I love this old acronym for pause. Pause, action until serenity enters. Pause, action until serenity enters. And this is like a practice we want to cultivate in our spiritual life, of being willing to hit the pause button on our words, on our actions, on our doing stuff, right? And have just a pause for reflection. And I couldn't resist. I wanted to bring in, since this is her 11th birthday and it's 11/11, I wanted to bring in this kind of metaphor about Harry Potter, and I feel I really feel Judah's energy really strongly on this. So it's more than me just talking about Harry Potter movie. This is a prophecy. You know, if you've ever watched the Harry Potter movie, when Harry was about to turn 11, these letters started coming. Anybody here hasn't seen that or read the book? These letters started coming from all his guides, his future guides, mentors, gurus, teachers were sending these letters saying, it's time, Harry, it's time for you to come to wizard school. It's time for you to learn that you're magical. And up until that point, Harry just lived a crappy victim type existence. You know, he lived up under the stairs and he was treated like crap by his not parents, the couple that was raising him. And he was constantly devalued and constantly put down and abused. And this is how he lived his life. He had no idea who and what he was. He had no idea that he was a magician. He had no idea that he had power. He had some little glimpses, but he just didn't know about who he was, the enlightened, powerful person that he was. And so right before his 11th birthday, he's flooded with these letters. Well, the people in charge did everything they could to keep him from getting these letters and finding out the truth of who he was. But guess what? Ultimately, they couldn't stop it. On the day prior, or maybe it was the day of or prior to his birthday, there were so many of these letters. They were coming in through the cracks in the woodwork and the floorboards and the fireplace, and they were just coming from everywhere. And the message finally got to him. Harry, you're a wizard. You're magical. You are powerful. Happy birthday. And so the 11th birthday is about this coming into this knowing of who you are and how powerful you are and why you're here and what you're meant to do in the world and how you're going to bring goodness into the world. So all that to say, prophesying to anybody hearing this message, 11/11 is your 11th birthday as well. It's a day to pause. It's a day to listen. It's a day to self-reflect and hear your angels and guides tell you how powerful you are and what your destiny is. And it's a pivotal point for liberation and self-discovery. So make it a good day, and maybe we'll put out the word on Telegram about how we want to celebrate that day. Maybe we'll all do some pausing together, some quiet, some meditation.
Would you like to join us for this exclusive 11/11 meditation? On Tuesday, November 11th at 11:11 a.m. Eastern, the Judah family is gathering live to align our hearts and breath together. Access is shared only inside our free Telegram community. Here's what you'll receive when you join: the Zoom link and passcode, reminders so you won't miss the event, a simple time zone helper inside the group, gentle practices, quotes, and early access to announcements, replays, and special resources. A warm circle to ask questions and connect with the Judah family community members. It's free, and it only takes a tap. Join the Judah Family International Telegram using the link in description or by scanning the QR code, then open the pinned post for all the details. We can't wait to meditate with you on the 11th.